Yo, what's up guys, Billy here. Slightly different perspective today. Today though I'm doing my usual kit bag for 2025. So let's get straight into this. So first of all, still got the HK Army pack. Absolutely love this thing. It's done me so well over the last 4 or 5 years, whatever it is I've had it for. Only thing I've had is one zip break, so I've lost a pocket, but it still holds everything I need for a game day. So let's get into the main compartment first. So, main compartment, in the top I have a set of Allen keys for my regulator and hop up, a battery tester and a spare battery and a spare barrel sock. That just always lives up there. That's all just sort of spares minus the regulator Allen key and hop Allen key, but it's always the easiest compartment to get to because my main compartment's always open. Delving into the main compartment itself though, got my BBs, predominantly indoors now, so tracers are my go-to. At the moment I'm using Titman's because that's what the on-site sells, but once Yeti Labs have their 2.8s back in stock for tracers, I will be predominantly running Yeti Labs 2.8 tracers. Next is my knee pads. These are ProTech skateboard knee pads. Absolutely great for sliding about and protecting your knees from painful shots because of how padded they are. A lot of padding around the sides. They stay pretty sturdy as long as you do them up tight enough, unlike I did when I injured my knee back in August. So I'm only just getting back into playing, that's why content's starting to come back out, because I'm actually playing again. But yeah, absolutely love these. Next are my two stands. This one I had printed for when I have got my bottle attached, so I can still just keep it out on the desk neatly out of the way and on display. This one is for when the bottle isn't attached. I can attach it onto this stand so then it's in display. I will show you both in a short while. Next is my magazines. These are new Amarok 250, 250 round capacity magazines. So far they've been absolutely phenomenal, but I'm going to do a full review at a later date once I've done a bit more testing and using of these magazines. But like I say, so far I've been absolutely astounded with the way they have been working. Next, inside of my bag, tucked away nice and neatly, is last couple of things, is a 3D printer by Cole 3D. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below. This thing has been absolutely phenomenal. It's loaded every single mag I've thrown at it. I've had a few weak points, so such as in here it is broken, so I can't attach my arm, but I just use a long screwdriver instead at the moment until I can go to reprint parts in a stronger material. But so far this thing has been absolutely phenomenal. And then when I'm being lazy, I've got my satellite, so just push it down and BBs get loaded up. This thing has been my go-to speed loader for a very long time. It's very noisy, so I always get looks from me, but when you're being lazy, this thing just comes in hand. I've attached the Speed QB dump pouch in DNC. I absolutely love it. I cannot fault these at all. This has been my go-to belt, as I say, for the last 4 or 5 years. And then my last thing in my main compartment, tucked away nice and neatly at the back, is my QCU. This thing, as I said in my video the other day, absolutely tears, and it's such a lightweight and small compartment gun that it just fits inside of my bag, so I've always got it with me. Because a lot of sites I play at now require barrel socks, or are going to require barrel socks, I thought I'd treat myself to the nice Valiant Airsoft's barrel sock. If it came in purple, I would have it in purple, but sadly it's red only. But yeah, like I say, this thing's absolutely insane. But what I'm going to show you now as well is the stands. Okay, so first stand, 3-piece design. I attach the first piece on so it then fits onto that as in line as possible, and then it drops down onto the bottom, holds it nicely, like so. The second stand I use, as I say, is for when I have a bottle attached. Literally just clips in. So yeah, that's the way these two stands work. Both free files. As you know, that was a custom design file off of a free file. That was a free file that I found on, I think, Thingiverse or something like that. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal bits of kit. And then this also works as a thread protector for my regulator, so I always leave it in there. So yeah, that's the main compartment completed with. We'll start delving into the side compartments. In this one is where I keep all of my spare magazines, which are the EPM1S's. These things have been absolutely phenomenal for me, fed beautifully in every riff I own. So these are my backup mags for if my Amaroks ever do play up or not working, because like I say, these things are phenomenal. In this compartment is my lines, 2 spare lines, 2 regulators that I always have with me, so if I'm ever running any of my other HPA rifles or pistols, Sega, whatever, I've always got my regulators with me, good to go. Final compartment is a spare compartment that I use for like my tools and everything like that. So like right now, all that's in there is my valve key, because I'm using my tools at the moment building my dad a new riff. So that one's always got tools in it usually, and also will keep some of my camera stuff. So if my camera's not attached to my mask, which I'll get into in a minute, that'll have like my battery pack and cables and everything like that. This compartment I never don't use anything in this, so that is the extender. So if I wanted to fit more into my main compartment, that extends out, so I now can have more storage. Then finally we'll get onto my mask. So the mask fits nicely into this end part where it fits all of my where it literally says fits for goggles / masks. But it's also inside of there I keep all my extras that I use on a game day. But the mask I use is the push paintball Infamous, with custom 3D printed horns that are found on, I think, again, Thingiverse, the HK GoPro / action camera mount, custom sticker to show off that, and then I have just a simple patch on the back. Yeah, absolutely love my push mask. It was a upgrade from my Dye i5. Was it worth the money? My opinion, yes. Not for everyone. This is where you start getting into all personal preferences, those with masks. Like, I love my push, some people don't like them, blah blah blah. But yeah, absolutely love the push mask. Also, what we hold within that compartment, 2 sets of gloves. These are my predominant main pair, so if I'm ever a sweaty boy throughout the day, I have a second set I can switch into. Super thin, keeps all my dexterity in my fingers, so but all it does is stops my skin getting broken and welts happening on my hand too badly. And then lastly, just a simple headband, sweatband. It's the HK Army Hostile Kitty headband, because why not? It's funny. But as you probably can see from the photo, I very rarely wear it. My hat's usually good enough for me, but during the summer months these do come in clutch for me as well. So that's my main bag and what I hold within this. We'll now delve into my rucksack and what I keep inside my rucksack. So this is my rucksack I mainly use. It's the Speed QB Atom Pack. Absolutely love it. A lot of patch space, so I can attach all my patches. Big section up at the top, big section at the bottom. In the front, usually keep when I'm playing will be like my speed loader or things like that, so I can just keep it neatly away and kept it on me so I'd never forget where it is. But when I very rarely take my speed loader out in the field, if I'm ever playing a longer game, I know I've got a speed loader on me. Next is the main compartment itself. Inside the main compartment, I've got my 2 carbon bottles, a 1.1 and a 0.8 carbon bottle. These things are a game changer when you go from a steel bottle to a carbon fibre bottle. The weight reduction is unreal. Plus, with like my speedy build, I need the lighter weight aspects, so it's not as heavy and I can still move just as quick and move the rifle around. Properly. Lastly, that's always attached to the bag is another line, so I will also have 3 lines with me, 2 regulators plus my gun and 2 bottles. The reason I chose the Atom Pack over a lot of other bags is because of all the padding on the back here. Super thick, comfortable and removable, so if I don't ever want to run all of this extra padding, I can just grab the top, pull it off, and then it's all sleek and slimline. So the last thing we're going to go through is my other riffs I've got. I have got others elsewhere, but they are a work in progress, so I'm not going to show them off until they are done / built. But first off is my TM high capper. You've seen this in many videos, as well as every year in the gear video. This was my first ever custom build I done myself, so it has a lot of sentimental value to me, so I would never probably get rid of it. And also it's just one of them where when I don't want to run basically anything, this is the lightest, not the lightest, but the smallest thing I've got, and it always has just slapped for me. If you want an in-depth review / build of this, I can do that. Just put it down in the comments below and I'll get that done. Next is my, I would say, milsimi build. It is the GMP Zombie Killer with a custom 3D printed grip by the designer of the grip was Tucker Customs. I'll put his Instagram down below. Has some great designs out there. It's nice, lightweight, nice ergonomic style grip where it just fits nicely in my palm and I can, yeah, just use it properly. So this is a very old school riff with a lot of modern technology into it. Same again, if you want an in-depth into it, just put it down in the comments. Same as my high capper, I can do in the in-depths of each of my riffs at a later date. Next is my Sega 12. This has had a major overhaul since everyone last saw it properly on a video. So now I've had a lot of teething issues with this / breakages. Every time it has been my fault. I have sorted every single issue out now, so I'll be starting to use this again. But yeah, so the overhaul aspects of it though is because I broke the trigger, so it's a new trigger in there. I've had to custom design my own rocket valve because that had broken. So rebuild my hop setup, new springs. Yeah, there's been quite a lot that's been done to this to get it up and running again, but I've absolutely loved it. But externally, that's changed. T238 tracer, 3D printed handguard, 3D printed grip with a hose line to keep my hose out my way, because the AirTac line used to stick sort of there and it was really annoying when I was switching hands, whereas that now keeps it completely out of the way in that extra length, so I don't have to worry about where my line is. It's always out of my way. and then a custom 3D printed end cap, and then if I wanted to I can then attach a stock onto the end, because I wasn't a big fan of the stock, because my playstyle I need to keep it as close to myself as possible, so it was just that reducing of size. But this has been one of my most fun riffs I've ever owned, and I cannot fault the Sega 12s in the fun aspect. When they want to break though, they are annoying to get working again, because usually it means when one thing goes another thing's going to go, and then blah blah blah. But yeah, this thing has always been my funnest riff since buying it. Lastly, it's a new gun. It's more for my other half, as she's getting into Airsoft quite heavily now. She's been playing for the last year and she absolutely loves it. But it is a G&G lower, G&G SSG lower, with the AirTac Customs upper, in limited edition pink with DSG internals. I'm unsure on the build set, as I bought this pre-owned. I will be able to get a full build list if you would like to know it, and I'll be able to do a video at a later date with that. But this thing absolutely rips, and yeah, stupidly light realistically as well for what it is. Like, you can still feel weight in it, but it will be a game changer, because I will do hopefully get a game day video with it whilst using it, and yeah. So yeah, that's my gear bag for 2025, going on from 2024 to 2025. This is probably what more it's going to look like from now on, because I've gotten my Airsoft kit to the way I exactly like it now. Unless I have a massive overhaul and go back into more mil-simmy, which I don't think is going to happen because of the way I've done everything. But yeah, this is the way it's probably going to be more often now. If you have any questions about any of my bits of kit, or why I run certain things, drop it down in the comments below. I'll get back to you as quick as I can, so you can understand why I run certain bits of kit. If you liked today's video, drop me a like, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe now, and I'll get more content out for you guys. Peace.